Good morning. It's coffee time. It's Monday morning. It's a holiday long weekend up here in Canada. It's called Labor Day. Kids go back to school tomorrow, September 5th, Labor Day. Got up this morning, frost on the roofs. So we've got our first frost already. It's pretty early for that. She's cool. Actually, I had to fire up the furnace this morning. So anyway, yesterday, got out of bed and I could not move my neck, my head. My neck was just messed up, man. I don't know what I did. Got up and I just couldn't move. So I spent most of the day not doing a whole lot. It hurt just to sand. So I couldn't do a whole lot. Finally loosened it up around after supper time, I guess. And so this morning I get up, neck's okay. Left knee is killing me. It's all black and blue and swollen. What the hell's going on? I mean, is there such a thing as stunt sleeping? Maybe I'm doing that. I don't know. But anyway, put a bag of frozen peas on my knee for a while, and so now it's sore and cold. But whatever, I can work through the knee, so no big deal. So we're gonna get after some body work on this 51. Maybe strip some doors and stuff like that. Take the wire brush wheel to the inside of the cab, get that all prepped up to seal, and we'll just get after it, I guess. Okay, so it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's finally warmed up enough that I could open the big door. I've been doing filler work on the other fender, and it's almost there. Problem is I've run out of hardener for the body filler. Like a dumbass, I didn't go out and get it yesterday like I was supposed to. So, I'm about as far as I can go in the fender. So I'm going to put the fenders aside for now and use the sawhorses to get after finishing up both doors. So, that's where I'm at. Okay, so this door is pretty much stripped. Before I take it down and get on the second one, I can't get over the condition of this thing. It's unbelievable. It's like a brand new freaking door. Crazy. This area here, I just took the wire brush and got rid of the loose scale, same as in here. You don't see any of this anyway. It's all covered with track and window rubbers and all that stuff. This is upholstered. The reason I didn't bother using the wheel, all these little holes and stuff like that, they just tear up those discs like crazy. And, at $20 a pop, no. Just wire brush it and it's good. Just get any loose stuff off, and the epoxy primer will stick to that like crazy. So all good. So I'm gonna take this one down and move on to the second door. So there we go. Okay, so this is the second door, and clearly it's in just as good a shape as the first one. So that's good news. I'm working my way up towards the handle, and then I'm going to do the vent window and the handle thing and everything that I did on the other door. So, this thing, that machine there, it uses a lot of air, man. So I got to stop every once in a while and let the compressor catch up, get pumped up. So, while I'm waiting for that to happen, I've been going inside here, and you can see the difference from where I wire brushed it to where I haven't. And I'm going to do all the back and everything as well. Clean it all up and get ready to seal it up with some kind of rust prevention, either trim clad or epoxy or whatever. But we're going to get something on there and seal it up. It's going to be covered up with upholstery anyhow, but I just want to seal it up so everything's nice and clean. So we'll be getting on that as well. And I'm going to have to make a run to Canadian Tire pretty soon. Get some hardener for the body filler so I can finish my fender. And after the fender is done, then it'll be the hood. So yeah, we're getting there. I still don't have parts yet. I'm told they're on their way, but we'll see. Anyway, when we get them, we get them. Okay, so I'm ready to flip this over and start taking all the stuff up here off. You may have noticed I've switched machines again. I just found that the other one
was making the compressor run way too much. I'd rather burn out an old unit like this than burn out my compressor. That's an expensive piece. So yeah, and I don't know where I picked this up, a yard sale or garage sale. I think I paid $3 for it. It's an old disc sander or something. But I made it work, and it's doing the job. So yeah, I'll run that until it's dead. But like I say, I don't want to kill my compressor for the sake of a $30-40 tool. So I've got a bunch of this junk that I've been hoarding away over years, and a lot of it I forgot I even had. So I kind of went rooting through my miscellaneous tool drawer and pulled that sucker out, and the way it worked out good. So there you go. So there we go. Both doors are all stripped and cleaned up and looking nice. Yeah, ready for epoxy primer, both of them. So yeah, I'm quite stoked about that. So maybe spray them tomorrow. We'll see. I guess I'll clean up the mess from all the carnage and get that fender back up on a sawhorse so I can finish it off. So that's where I'm at now. Just to show you how stupid things are getting. I would have to go pick up a few things. Just basically rust converter. It's just a different brand name. This here, the tube of seam sealer, quart of rust paint, little tube of cream hardener for body filler, 2 rolls of masking tape, and a package of 3 cheap brushes. $120. Outrageous. This tube here, last time I picked it up, was $12, and I bitched then. $25 for a tube of seam sealer now. Unbelievable. They're getting to the point where they're pricing us right out of this thing. Horrible. Okay, so in between thin coats of filler, I'm working on some pieces that I got to make up for the interior. A little oval piece and a round one. That's just body metal. And then I got this heavy gauge steel here. I don't know if you can see that, how thick it is. It's almost a full 1/8 of an inch thick. It's good heavy plate. That I'm going to cut a battery box cover, and we're going to tack it in place and seam seal it. And the round one is that's your master cylinder access to fill up your brake fluid. And that hole in the middle of the seat area, I don't know what it's for, but that's what the little oval patch is going to cover. I can't use this battery location for this build, so I'm going to just delete it. The reason I can't use it is because that will line up almost right on with my transmission crossmember. No way getting the battery in there, so that can't be used. Also, excuse me, I just tripped. There's a little soft spot. I don't know if you can see it. Not really. Oh, right there. Anyway, it's just a little bit rusty there, and I've got the same deal going on the other side. So I'm going to cut out the rust. I'm going to use a piece of that heavy plate, and I'm just going to weld it, tack it in right across up to about here, because I know I have to remove that transmission cover and widen that opening to make clearance for my automatic that I put in this thing. I'm also going to have to cut up into the floorboard a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. And then we'll figure out a transmission tunnel or cover or whatever, and we'll go from there. So the idea being that I want to seal and paint this thing up inside. Now also, I almost forgot about it, those little holes for the fancy schmancy lights that were up on the roof. So I gotta weld them all shut too, and then I can seal the roof as well. So that's where I'm going to be concentrating on, getting the interior of the cab done, at least up to that point there. The toe board I'm not going to worry about right now because I'm not sure exactly how things are going to work out. So yeah, so I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to get all the patches cut. I'll come back and show you what's going on. So there we have it. Okay, so I got all my patches cut out and placed and shaped and everything else, so we're good there. including the one that I didn't show earlier. I'd forgotten. That's where the fuel tank drain and line came through. So plug that one too, and I cut my plate, and that should fit in there like so. Perfect. So we'll just we're gonna get these all tacked in. I'm not gonna weld them in solid all the way around. Don't have to. We'll tack them in. We'll seam seal around them, and call it done. But first, I'm going to get after those holes in the roof. So yeah, I'll probably go to time lapse, and we'll just get after this thing. Okay, so all my patches are tacked in place, and we've done the rust converter on it. It looks like hell right now, but it's paint ready. So get the caulking gun out once this is dry, and I'll seal up, you know, all the way around, all the spots. Seal it all up with the with seam sealer. Let that dry, and then we'll paint the whole inside of the cab. So up here in the roof, I didn't have enough rust converter. I used the whole can on the back and the floor. So, you know, it's probably doubled in price since I bought it yesterday. But I'm going to have to go get another can tomorrow and get that roof sprayed up. And it doesn't take long to dry. You know, maybe should wait probably an hour, maybe 2 hours before you paint on it. So, yeah. So, so I didn't do this, the transmission cover, because that's coming out. And I still got some messing around to do down here, so I'm going to leave that until I'm all done. So, yeah, we'll get the whole, pretty much the whole inside of the cab in shiny black paint. That'll probably be in the next video. So it's dry enough to apply my seam sealer. Now, not only is this stuff super expensive at $25 a tube, it's not even what I wanted. This is clear. I wanted black. It's paintable anyway, but it doesn't matter. But you know, at $25 a tube, I'm willing to bet that a simple latex, paintable latex caulking would do the same job for about 1/3 the price. And I think I'm going to do that next time. You spread this out with your finger, just wet your finger a little bit, it'll come off a lot easier. You don't have to be too fancy with it. Like I said, you're painting it anyway. Yeah, I think $5 a tube latex caulking do the same damn job. You know, as soon as it's automotive, you seem to think that it's worth, you know, worth an arm and a leg because it's automotive. Wow. It even smells the same as latex. And this stuff is paintable, so it's not silicone. What a waste of 25 bucks. You know, I didn't even know I paid that much for it until after I got back to the shop and looked at the bill. Okay, so once that's dry, it's ready for paint. Okay, so it's Thursday night, so I've gotten 2 doors ready for epoxy primer. I've got the 2 front fenders ready for regular primer, and the inside of the cab ready for paint. So not bad. I'll get on painting that tomorrow. I'm going to get the other can of rust converter so I can do the roof, and you know, because I want to start paint from the top down. Yeah, so we'll get that all painted up. Jeez, excuse me. And then I guess we'll do a little bit of spraying and stuff, but you know, that'll be in the next video. And then I'm going to tackle that firewall and get after that. And like I said, I still don't have my parts for that front pillar on the driver's side, so I'm gonna have to work around it. It's no big deal, but you know, firewall's got to get done, and I know I got to do some clearancing and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get on that, and you know, clean it all up and fill in all the unnecessary holes and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and fix that heater box, and my buddy suggested just take a square body blower motor, you know, cut the hole out and just drop the square body blower motor in, and you got a 12-volt motor, and he figures it's plenty of room for the fan. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll measure it up and see what we got. Yeah, what else? Yeah, hopefully those parts come in soon. New subscribers, thanks again. Got a good batch last week, and you know, keep the ball rolling. Tell your buddies, tell your chums, you know how it works. Like the page, and you know, don't be afraid to leave comments down below. I do read all the comments, and I respond to them. I get a kick out of them. Some of them are pretty good, and but all of them are welcome. And yeah, if you don't do anything else, get on the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.